Okay? When the Fed says globally we are implementing CBDCs through governments, okay? That's your cue to get the fuck out of Bitcoin and all crypto, because it's going to have no use. Blockchain is all they want. And they don't want it for a nice, wholesome, good reason, because it's better than money. They want it to limit and track every one of us. They want to limit you and track you. You're going to get an ESG rating based on your status as a human being and your wealth. If you're rich, there's mosquitoes. If you're rich, you can fly to private jets to Davos. You can take your private jets to fucking Epstein Island. You can do whatever you want. And one private jet pollutes 500 times more than the average car in someone's lifetime from one private jet, okay? But they can do whatever they want. But when you're on the CBDC, there's no anonymity. You can't, if you got dollars, you can go buy something for $20, $1,000, whatever you want. No one knows because you paid cash. There's no trace here. With the CBDC and the blockchain, it's tracked. Your every waking move will be tracked. You're going to get a nice ESG score. You go over that score, no flying for you. No car for you. No red meat for you. No meat for you. You'd be fucking lucky to get your bugs. You might not get food for the last 3 or 4 days out of the month, or 5 months. You get one plane ticket per year on this new system if you're fucking lucky. And it's going to be expensive. I'll tell you that. And there's going to be very few airlines left to even choose from. There's going to be no competition. There's not going to be anybody able to fly because these crazy psychopaths, these fucking rando 300s, go find it out yourself, guys. Go find it out. The 300s, the World Economic Forum, look into this shit. They don't go and meet in Davos for no fucking reason every year, guys, multiple times. And in the woods, praying to their owl god. Like, this fucking... The internet is bringing this all to a boil. You can access information very quickly out here, guys. This is not a mystery anymore. This is not conspiracy theory. This is just first-hand accounts of what's happening. They've openly said this shit. There is video of these people at these economic forum meetings, at these places. The fucking guys, right now in New Zealand, they've passed something basically saying, the next pandemic, we will be forcing vaccinations. If you were lucky and smart enough to not get one this go around, good fucking luck going in the future, especially over there. Canada will be no different. Canada's arguably worse than those people. Our Prime Minister, go check out his video. We're deplorable. We're not allowed to get on a bus, plane, train. We're not allowed to go to the hospital. We should seriously consider allowing these people to exist. Was his fucking words. You thought Hitler was bad? You thought Hitler was bad? How the fuck is Trudeau still in power? How come he didn't get trumped? If you know what I'm talking about. I can't believe it. Oh, that's right. He took away all of our guns at the height of COVID. You couldn't even have a handgun in Canada, and you can barely have a hunting rifle. Most people can't. I wish I was native right now, so I'd be exempt from some of their bullshit. Maybe can I marry into it? Is there anybody Native Americans or Canadians out there? Please, I'm begging you. But no, for real, like, this shit's gonna get fucking crazy. Bitcoin's down $13,000 from my video. No, this is not the drop before the pop. This is the drop before it drops more, and it's gonna be fucking zero. It's not gonna happen overnight, and I said that in my other video. It feels like it's happening overnight. It won't. They're doing a little scare, and then they're gonna get confidence back. Oh, fucking, I wish I would have bought the dip. Oh, fuck, look at it, it's going up. Oh, it's up $5,000. And then a drop. And it's gonna do this same shit that every parabolic stock or asset has ever done. Because corn's fucking popped, guys. Lumber's popped 20,000%. Now it's at fucking lows, 10-year lows, I think, or 5 or 10-year lows. Every asset will have a exponential pop and a drop, okay? And Bitcoin, it won't be any different. Won't be any different. Gonna fall like a rock until it evaporates into worthlessness. It's that simple. XRP, guys, they're all the same. You can make a coin. Yeah, a Hawk Tua. When a coin comes out called Hawk Tua, and you're in Bitcoin because it's trusty, it's a trustworthy... Fuck, man. You got to use your brain sometimes, guys. Pepe coin, Doge coin, Hawk Tua coin. They're the fucking same as Bitcoin. They're all bullshit. They're trash. They're the same as fucking NFT, partial ownership bullshit. Okay? Of fake assets that don't exist. They're trash. XRP is the same, okay? Just go look, do your own DD yourself. We have it in my Discord in the crypto section, though. I have the screenshots of the information you need. They've Ripple, the company, works with banks already. HSBC being one of them, one of the biggest ones they work with. They are already doing that stuff, okay? It has nothing to do with XRP crypto. Nothing. Their Ripple system is separate. XRP could be 0.000002. It won't affect the banking side of anything. You're fucking getting duped by pumpers. Please look for yourself. Don't take my word for it, and stop listening to the pumpers. You need everybody out there who only listens to pumpers. You need to take a good look at yourself and understand that listening to naysayers is half of the story. Then with the two stories, you could formulate or tabulate a full picture. You can't look at one side of a coin and not know what's on the other side of the coin. Okay? You need to have even our world, right? Living in your own hemisphere doesn't mean that the rest of the world doesn't exist just because you don't believe it, right? I mean, there's people on the other side of the planet right now. It's the same thing with people that are long on stocks or crypto, and people that are short on stocks or crypto. Or maybe that you can have both, right? You can say, okay, I think it's around this valuation or whatever. You know, there's arguments for it. Oh, Trump said he's not going to touch it. He's bullish. No, he's not. He's not bullish. He just doesn't care what you fucking do with your money. There's a real big difference there. He said he's going to do a reserve of... You don't even have a reserve of anything right fucking now. It's irrelevant. And anti-Trumpers are going to go all completely against that. The government came out and sold all their Bitcoin the second he fucking said that. And the Fed came out and said the CBDC thing literally days later. You think Trump, even if he got in, and I like the guy, okay? You think he gets in as president and Bitcoin goes to 2 trillion? Because fucking Trump's president? Guys, global government owns less crypto than the company MSTR, MicroStrategy. Okay? MSTR owns 2.55 million Bitcoin. Okay? And global government owns 2.27. A actual listed company on the stock market that is not the number one most valuable company owns more crypto than every government. Where's that rush to get this asset that's so fucking rare and everybody's gonna need it? It's gonna replace the global financial system. Bitcoin, got Bitcoin, got Bitcoin. Fucking scam, CIA, PSYOP, straight up fantasy. You're living in a fucking everybody that got Bitcoin rich, they already got Bitcoin rich. My brother-in-law's sister, she got Bitcoin rich, okay, and another member of their family. But they're not all fucking about the Bitcoins anymore. It's just that simple. Because they know. The top is in, the top happened, and CBDC is on the way. Because they want to control us. Rewatch the video if you don't understand what I said. It should start to make sense to you. Like I said, look up Davos, DAVOS. Look up World Economic Forum, WEF. Look up Klaus Schwab. Look up the 300 elite agenda, the 300 leader agenda. Look up the World Health Organization, the WHO, who want to control fucking policy and government like regulations and laws based on fucking health. like vaccinations and Listen, guys, big pharma ain't your fucking friend. Okay, big pharma is not anybody's friend. They're not the friend of all the animals they fucking tested on over the last hundreds of years. Certainly not their friend. They're not your friend. You're as long as you don't die, and then enough people don't die to get a class action lawsuit, they're just making money. I mean, Tylenol, thank you so much for making headache medicine, honest to God, but don't try to fucking vaccinate me with your bullshit Moderna and Pfizer. Okay, Moderna is down. Last week, in 2 days, it went from 100. It was like $130, guys. It's like 85. It's like $81. Okay, and they said we're not going to have any more. We're going to basically not make any money from our vaccines anymore. But now they're trying to bring in bird flu. Again, where do you think they're headlining all this and fronting all of the crazy measures? New Zealand. So I told you guys to go look up New Zealand. Go look up that Jacinda bitch. That's not their prime minister anymore. Go look up Jacinda. Go look up what's going on in New Zealand. A lot of things, including religious warfare, is coming to a head here, guys. We have escalations in the Middle East. We have, and when it makes it to mainstream news, which isn't mainstream, it's actually called legacy because almost nobody watches it anymore. They really don't. The average viewership of CNBC or CNN, is like 68. Some crazy shit. No one watches it, okay? Britain is having like a civil war between white people and Muslims right now. Stabbings, lootings. Even the white people are looting stores. It's crazy. You saw it with France. If you were on TikTok, you saw it with France for like the last year. And then the Olympics come and it all stops. What's going on here? But it was like a full year, guys. They had France on lockdown, the farmers. No shit was moving in France for a while, unless it was down the river, which is making all the Olympians sick. A lot to unpack. Pull up a chart on Bitcoin. Tell me you're bullish in the comments. I won't believe you. You're full of shit. But honestly, guys, I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years. I'm not an ultra bear. But when I see it and I call it, I mean it, right? And we're there. The Japanese market just fell 5% overnight. Today. It's a Monday there. 5%, and they're worried it could fall 20%. Well, I don't care. I don't live in Japan. No, you don't. But global markets and trade will dictate sentiment globally. They're not insignificant. The Japanese markets and the Japanese currency has been significant for some time. Their currency is on the brink of collapse too, just like it's been in some of these South American countries and African countries. And yeah, BRICS nations is the last thing you would probably want to check into. They're going to develop their own trade currency and get the fuck off the USD. So Cbdcs is one thing. USD is going to have an issue going for it here soon, and the value of it and the buying power, purchasing power of it, and by the very nature of that, the Canadian dollar too. We're looking at the eye of the storm here right now, guys. It's troubling. I think if you join my Discord, that's going to be your best way to navigate, because we do play downside. Someone in the Discord on Friday made over $30,000 off of like $1,200 on Friday, guys, playing the downside overnight, because Thursday into Friday was bad, and Friday was real bad. Nvidia went from 120 to 104. It went to 101, popped back to 101, and popped a little bit more to like 108. And I'm sure it's sub 100 tomorrow. I'm almost positive. And there's some news coming out that they're Blackwell AI or something. It's delayed and all this shit. So again, not coincidental. And one last thing I will mention, Warren Buffett, okay? Berkshire Hathaway, I've mentioned them so many times this year on my videos. I said they're at their highest cash position ever. This is this guy. This guy's gonna. He's gonna. When he dies, he's donating 95% of his wealth. So this is all. This is his passion. He loves to do it. He's gonna trade until the day he dies. This has nothing to do with him going cash to donate. This has everything to do with. He's the same man as he was in day one. He's a trader. He's an investor, and he moves markets. He pulled 50% of his Apple position, and it was his largest position in Berkshire Hathaway. 50%. On a Saturday. I don't know how, because he's special, because he's an elite. He gets to do it on a fucking Saturday and not on a Monday, which is not on a Friday, which was their earnings was Thursday in the after hours, which was shit as usual. It was fucking trash. For the 8th quarter, they lost revenue and the stock didn't collapse like every other stock will collapse, but this piece of shit stays elevated. But now that he sold it, it's gonna fucking tank a little bit. Watch. Deservedly so. So now they're still at their highest cash position ever, but now it's increased by a substantial amount. And they're calling it that he's timed the top. And I'm sure he has, because the NVIDIA CEO sold a shitload. Mark Zuckerberg has been selling every single day for months. It's all in the SEC filings. You go look. You don't take my word for it. Amazon... Bezos sold every share of Amazon. Every share, okay? CEOs are fire selling their fucking stock. The CrowdStrike CEO was selling stock, and a big issue happened with CrowdStrike. Now they're getting sued. My Discord is where you want to be if you need to play the downside, and if you're new to it, or if you're not new to it, if you're an expert, get in the Discord. Small community, 200 people. I'd love it to be fucking 10,000 people. I'd love to pluck a name from AMC. I'd love trades level of people in there. I'd love to see 380,000 people in there. I'd love to see Roaring Kitty 700,000 people in there. Okay? The problem is a lot of people only know how to buy, hold, pray that it goes up, and sell. They don't know how to play the downside. Big money and smart money plays both ways, both directions. You make money up, you make money down. It's not like it's easy. It's difficult. It's extremely difficult to constantly be trying to gauge direction, movement, momentum, okay? But there are times when it is that easy, okay? When a company misses earnings, when Boeing's planes crash, when Norfolk Southern, Chernobyl's Ohio, East P. Can't even say the word because they'll think I'm talking about you know what. Okay? When these situations happen, okay? Sometimes it is that easy. And you don't want to be going long when that shit's happening, and you probably don't want to be going long tomorrow. There's going to be stocks are going to bottom at a certain point, and buyers will step in, and the system will step in, because they can't crash it all in one day or 2 days or 3 days or a week, unless it is a flash crash like what happened in 2008. And I don't think it is a flash crash. The market collapsed, the housing market collapsed in 2008. I don't think it's that. A tech bubble is one thing, a flash crash is another thing, and a dot-com bubble is another thing. But 2008 was like the whole market fucking collapsed. I don't think that's Monday. We'll see what's up. Join the Discord. Links in the bio, links in the description. Free.